Oh. No one here in the first minute. Let's see if that trend remains the same. If it does for 5 minutes, I will just do this privately. Wing Chun. How you doing, Mr. Philosopher? It's good to see you. Thought I'd tune in as I got 15 minutes before making dinner. Ooh, what's for dinner tonight? Andy says you have great feet. Thank you. Wing Chun Philosopher says, first thing I see is your hairy legs. Well, you know me, always appealing to the broad audience. Oh, man. Upskirt look. I'm sorry to do that to you right before dinner. that was not my intention, but hopefully you can still find the stomach somewhere. What are you making? It's pretty strong. Yeah, we'll keep it there. Straddle that thing, Kyle. Yeehaw. Hey, Elements. How you doing? I must straddle it. Otherwise, I have to sit like this. I'm getting too old, I guess. It's leftovers for wife and me. Hey, Monday's hard, all right? I don't even like that I'm doing legs on Monday. So I did make lunch earlier, though. It was what I call effectively Kyle Bachelor Chow, which is ground beef in avocado oil with bone broth. I put a little bit of seasoning on there. And then we get some sweet potatoes. And then today was carrots, plus some nutritional yeast mixed in the bone broth. Makes it kind of cheesy-ish. Cheese adjacent, I would rather say. All right, let's do another set. Okay, how's this angle for everyone? Are we good? Everyone have what they need? Here, I'm gonna open it. How about this? Make sure we get. Andy needs the feet. Okay, I think that'll be good. All right. Oh. Okay. Now this is all 5 springs and 3 of 5 bands, so we're almost at max resistance. I don't know what the max resistance is. Wow. Okay. Wow, interesting. Now, of course, the resistance gets easier the lower I get, so this isn't really challenging in the bottom position, but that's all right. My back hurts today, so I've got to take it easy. Okay, let's try this. So I'm not going to hit this top position because it's just takes the tension off. I'm just going to keep it in here. This is good. Okay. I think I'm going to do, am I going to do all 5? Maybe. Going for 300 subscribers in a few weeks. Nice. Slow but steady. Today's our 1-year anniversary of first video. Well, hot dog, Wing Chun, that's awesome. I think this channel's probably 2+ years old, maybe 3. But this also isn't, this is like my 4th channel, so I understand the grind, brother. But that's good. You know, sometimes, like, when I'm like, oh, how are you supposed to get more? You know, I'd look on like Reddit at some of the subs where they talk about like small YouTubers, and some of them are like, I can't get 10, so it's like, oh, you know, my slow pace is someone else's like super fast, you know. So, well, and particularly with Wing Chun, there's not a ton of, you know, there's not a ton of new interest that I'm aware of personally in like young people. So, you know, if we could get some good Wing Chun guys to dominate the UFC, I think that would change. Notorious, let's go. Elements says, I don't have what I need. I can't see your B-hole. That's, you know, that's true, but the day I show B is the last day I can be on YouTube. So, you know, I don't want that. Okay. All 5. Oh, Jesus, I don't know if I've ever tried this. All 5 bands. I think these are like maybe 20, maybe 12. The big springs, there's 5 of those. So, I don't know what that means. It means I can't make this thing resist me anymore. Elements, not worth it, you're right. We'll just have to be perpetually teased or edged. You know, I feel bad. I feel like some of the pervs are gonna leave. Wing Chun philosopher. I did the channel just to honor and archive Sifu Lee's philosophy and tactics. Get free lessons this way. Well, that's a good way to do it, man. And you're doing a service, you know? So it's like, and I know like if you're editing and stuff, that means you're watching it back like more than once. So you get to sort of like let the info wash over you a couple more times. You know, that's pretty cool. All right. All right. Can't show a hole on YouTube. Let's see. Okay. Wow. Wow. That's crazy. Let's try and get a benchmark. That's 8. 9. 10. 11. 12. Okay. Oh my God. Oh, Jesus. Oof. All right. Now. by the calf. I don't even know. Oh, God. $20. 30. Okay. Not bad. Not bad at all. All right. No ambitions to monetize. Nice to get to 1K one day. And I'm sure that, at least for me, it's like the rate of increase is increased too. So it just takes the right number of people. Notorious says brick emoji, wide eyes emoji. Please show hole. Flat golf flag emoji. You'll get there, Wing Chun. Keep it up, brother. Wing Chun asks, "Are you an Anatoly fan? I can't get enough of his videos. I've seen some of his stuff. I already know the bits, so it's kind of like, but it's super cool. More people need to see Anatoly because then smaller guys will stop getting ragged on so much. Like, oh, you're so small. Now we have Anatoly, right? I love the barbell as a mop handle. That's pretty genius, Elements says calves need some work, Kyle. Not gonna lie, might need the implants. That's true. Those kneecap, hot kneecap. Yeah, I got not a ton of leg here, but a lot of it is adductor. So, all right, we need to do a pull this way. The bucket around the waist for pull-ups. That's a good idea. Hi, pretty bold guy. Hi, queen. How are you? All right, this one I can't do as crazy. I mean, I think. So we're gonna go 2 bands, 2 springs, 1 band. Okay? It's like 2 girls, 1 cup, except not in any way at all that. Kyle, hello, Christopher. You made it for the workout. My back hurts, so the exercise selection has shifted a little bit, but we still get it in. Okay. Hello, you handsome devil. Ooh, thank you. Speaking of devilish moves, now I'm gonna do. This is like a good prehab. I say pre. I'm using it as a rehab move. So it's sort of like the opposite of doing back extensions on the 45-degree angle thing, which I would have done today. Instead, it pulls. It's kind of like a reverse hyper, popularized and invented by Louis Simmons, a powerlifting dude. Trained some of the best. And this was one of his moves for the low back. So, sort of. He didn't do it on a reformer. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use that hammy, okay, hi Andy, to initiate the pull. Okay, it's stretched, so you can't see me contract it that well. But I'm squeezing here to pull down. So I get a little bit of a stretch. Activating this side pulls everything from the low back this way, so it kind of stretches it from the reverse, from the underside. Very nice, feels very good. This isn't going to build a ton of muscle, but hips are very important when it comes to low back health. And we'll do the other side. I'll get some music going in a bit. When I work out myself, a lot of times will do it in silence. How are we looking there? Oh, like this. And I'm just using my hand to keep it from going every which way. So I'm getting strength work done at the same time as flexibility work. I've specifically hurt my back doing axe kicks, which this very closely resembles. A couple more. Okay. We might do that one again, I'm not sure. But one of my favorites in the Spank Bank. Well, I encourage screenshots. And I upload everything afterward. So, you know. This is better than the hub. Doubtful. It's flattering for you to say that, but I don't think so. Hub ain't got nothing like this. Really? Hi, Jam. Hey, buddy, I'm at my cleaning job right now, so I can't stay long, but I hope you're doing good today. Thank you, Jam. I'm doing much better that you stopped by. I appreciate that. Element says his bulge says hi, Visions. Visions is a taken little conure, okay? Jam's found her, what is it? It wasn't clam bake, it was clam bed of clams, something like that. Okay. Do you still want me to call you Jam or Visions? Or chicken? What are we talking about here? Okay, I'm gonna do a calf set. It's funny, I'm pressing with my right foot, but my left foot is cramping in the spot. It's interesting. And I'm hitting it at different bends of the knee, right? So we get this here. Let's see the other side. I can put more resistance next time. So today we're doing legs and a little bit of arms. I can't do, hold on, I gotta catch up. Visions says, I found my bulge, LOL. Clam Jam is his name. That's true. Yes, I like going by Jam. Okay, you got it. Notorious says, my clam is hard. I think the clam is supposed to be hard, right? The outsides. Christopher says, does that lift the glutes? I don't know if it lifts the glutes. It really hits the underside. And maybe this is bait. I don't even care. It hits, because it's like sort of in the hamstring insertion point into the glute. It's underneath here. So, you know, a lot of glute stuff is going to hit the back or the top, but this is like really deep in here. Megaroni. Hey ho. How you doing? Oh, new profile picture. It's still very small, but you look great, Meg. How you doing? How's your Monday? Mine's you joined at a good spot when I was getting a good jiggle in, you know? Ah, thumbs up from Chris. Okay, what did I come over here to do? A, get some tunes going. Okay. Attribution not required. We always go mood funky every time. But I'll start from like farther down in the list, so. All right. Okay, we need to hit arms a little bit. So, okay, my plan originally, Christopher, caked up. Thank you, Notorious. Christopher, I told you my plan was to show you pullovers, right? So today my back hurts, so I'm not going to be lifting a bar, but I'll show you the reverse way I do it, okay? So the first thing we do, let me get you way back here so you can see what we do, okay? So I'm going to, so set to 5 now. I'm going to do the opposite of the pull. Well, it is a pullover, but it's just, instead of lying down on my back on a bench, I'll be, well, you'll see. I'll do it here in a second. Okay, so I'm going to lean into this, right? The rings are pinned up against the backstop of the power tower. So I allow my head to go beyond here to where my elbows are stacked up. Let me move you a little bit. Come out, come out. Okay, perfect. Here, yeah, exactly. So huge stretch of the triceps, and then I can just keep, instead of using my lats or my abdominals to move myself, I can just press down with the triceps, right? And it's sort of like a tricep press, but you get the range of the pullover here. Let me move this here so you can see where we end up. Okay. The other thing it does is it stretches my back out. So I get decompression, tricep work, shoulder mobility. Oh, I think it's 8. Perfect. You're right on the money. Oh my God. Oh my God. Jesus Christ. Oh. Okay. Is this too aggressive? Christopher says thank you. Ms. Meg says thanks. Needed an update. Ah, okay. Well, what are you doing in this photo? Look like you're outside? Are you running or something? Doing backflips? Winning an Ironman? Curls, that's what we're doing. Okay, so I do, instead of a like incline curl like this, I do it with the rings back here. So I'm gonna go kind of high up. I need to get a warm-up set in. So it's gonna be pretty light. Get my little shoulder. This portion, I'm using the bicep to flex the shoulder down, which engages the pecs too. So at the very end, I get this pec shoulder flex. Okay, it's gonna put a little bit of a pump. Okay, we're back to calves here. Christopher says, got it. I did overheads earlier in my chest workout. Nice. Very good. Bow, bow. Ms. Meg says, that was from the July of 4th, where I saw 0 fireworks and was a little disappointed because of that. I feel like this year I heard the least amount of fireworks that I've ever heard. Like maybe 12. When normally it would be going on for like 40 minutes straight around midnight and then off and on until like 2 or 3 in the morning. But I think people just don't give a fuck anymore, you know? Probably too expensive too, but I think people are just like, you know? I mean, I personally feel like I need to see an update in the fireworks technology. Not a lot has really changed in the last, like, what, 1,500, 2,000 years? I don't know. I meant to say the 4th of July. I totally give a fuck. I love fireworks. Oh yeah, man. What's your firework? Okay, and don't give me that sparkler bullshit. Okay. What's the one that, you know, like you get fireworks on your birthday. What kind of fireworks are we seeing? Bam, bam, bam. I remember doing like Roman candle. Should I do 4? Yeah, fuck it. I remember doing Roman candle wars with people, with kids in the neighborhood. You know, not really safe, but I remember one time we went for a mortar and it got tipped over, shot underneath the trampoline, and exploded. It was just all the kids on the trampoline. The bigger the better. Like the ones that make you feel like it's like, did my heart skip a beat right there? Did I get Harry Houdini? You know, that kind of big. Roman candles. KP, I hope you're having a great day, buddy. You trained legs, or do the legs train you? Today I train the legs. Monday leg day is hard, but I'm trying to like, I need to split the workouts up a little bit now that I'm ramping up, you know. Greco-Roman candles, nice. Okay, actually we're just gonna do 4 springs. Yes, the ones I feel in my bones / soul. Yeah, okay, follow me on this, Meg. They have the bone conduction technology, right? Give me fireworks that vibrate my skull to play music in my brain. Am I wrong? How high am I? Okay. Let's try and give a good shot of the calves. Please tuck your nut back into your shorts. We're okay. We're barely okay. We're okay. KP, if you see it, all right? Well, I guess you get it on the free stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna try out 4 bands, or 4 springs. Why do I always do the wrong one? Okay, not bad. There we go. Okay, pretty easy. Oh, that feels good. Now it's confusing me. Oof. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. We did decent work. Huh? Damn, KP. KP, this is YouTube, not OF. I have to remove that word, but you know the angles. ZCVXS says, I want to massage you after a tough workout. I could really fucking use one. I've had one professional massage in my life, and that's, I gotta get on that, that's stupid. Okay, I can't show that one, that's funny, that'll be just for us though. Aw, such a beautiful, sexy dude, thank you, I appreciate that. Okay, let's get back on the arms. Okay, we're gonna do another set of the tricep press, but I'm gonna give you the perv angle. You know, why the hell not? I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Okay, yeah. So if I scoot up a little bit, it increases the resistance. I need more. One of these days I'll do a cable workout. It just takes a little bit of setup. And all the plates get fucking annoying. Maybe we'll do that next weekend or something. Oh my god. Jesus fuck. Oh my god, no. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Oh god damn. ZC says, keep the shirt on longer because I'm too close already. Okay, I won't try it, you know. Slow stretch and hold with planks can expedite muscle growth. Yeah, I know that the stretch-mediated hypertrophy stuff is like very kind of new to the fitness space, but back in the day, back in what? This was fucking 2007, 8, you know, in the bodybuilding.com forums, they called them X reps, right? Because you just, I don't even know why, because the 90s, extreme, you know, the X was a big deal. So it doesn't matter. It's just bottom portion reps. I used it to get huge, but it got to the point where I could bench out of the bottom better than I could finish. So like I could bench certain weights, but I wouldn't be able to lock it out, right? Usually it's the opposite problem where you can lock out stuff, but once you get past a certain, so it was very weird. Ms. Meg says, you definitely deserve another professional massage ASAP. Thank you, I do, don't I? I don't think my insurance covers it. Some insurances do. I need to. And the last one I got, Meg, was on recommendation from someone that was like where they hold on to shit and they step on you, right? And I almost got a couple like joints snapped out of place because they were just, you know. So, and I'm like, I have some injuries, you know, maybe. Anyway, it was not my favorite. KP, I miss doing legs. After my 4th car accident, none of them my fault. Oh, dude. It tweaked my lower back more. Over time, the pain caught up. Oh, definitely, dude. I can't imagine. That's fucked. 4 is crazy. It sucks when it's not your fault and it's like, okay, but like, even if I get paid, I'm still fucking suffering. And especially if we're talking about like pain every day, which is definitely your boy. You know, that's a kind of torture, you know? So it's like, I feel you, not to your degree, but I'm so sorry. Fucking other drivers. They terrify me. Meg says, that's on my Christmas list this year for show. Oh, that's a good idea. Great idea. Okay, let's try this angle with the curls. I don't know how it's gonna go. Chris says the hamstrings on the guy. My hamstrings are pretty small, but thank you. They're very small. Hold on. It's like this. Oh, that's my tendon here, and then the belly's in here. I knew I was late. It's okay, Jelly. Did you start at 6? I started just a little before 6. Hey, Jam, and Respect if he's here. I don't think Respect is here yet. Chris says they oil you that up. They oil you up for that, though. Yes, you must. Must be oiled. Glenn Powell. Thank you, Marsmello. It's good to see you. You're the first vote of the day. It's all been regulars. KP, 3 women and 1 guy hit on me. I didn't know you can't say OF on YouTube. YouTube's so sensitive. Yeah. And I didn't really understand that until recently. And so I have had to go back and edit all of the lives that I've uploaded where, because I'm reading a lot of comments, you know, so I'm like, oh my God, I can't have that. I'm trying to trim it down so that by the time monetization hits, it's all, you know, looking pretty. Glenn Tate. Andrew Powell. Oh, this isn't as good. I want you to get the biceps, so let's get here. Here. How's your Monday, Marsmello? Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Okay. You can't even see it still. The pump will be pretty good. Couple easier reps. Oh. Finishing with a little bit of a reverse curl, saving my bicep tendon a bit. Still trying to finish the set kind of strong. I did. Is it Monday for you? It is. It is, unfortunately. The weekend is never long enough. I remember I used to work 410s back in the early days of my career in tech, and that was amazing, right? Because the extra 2 hours, it's like, I'm already here, you know what I mean? I'm already on the rack. You might as well, while I'm stretched out, you know, I might as well do another hour. Oh, I need to get this, and then we'll take a drink. Glenn. Ha! Thank you. A little big. It's okay. We get it every time, so it's okay to huge. That's what she said. Tristan Tate, it's Tuesday for me. Marshmallow, you're up late again. KP says, have you thought about keeping your phone plugged in, or do you let your battery drain to let you know it's time to stop streaming? I'll plug it in, but when it's plugged in, it doesn't charge fast enough to fully recover, so it still will run out eventually. That, and it gets really fucking hot. Like, the phone is like super fucking hot. It's an older phone. I think the battery health is like in the 70s. So once I get a new one, the problem should be, and I should be able to stream for a lot longer. I think instead of longer, what I'm optimally going for is more often, right? So I might stream multiple times a day, not 9 hours in a row necessarily, but I work so much. I have my main job, my other job. Jam is here. No Jam, I respect this stream. Oh, I'm reading it backwards. Jelly says, I put a new user pick up for respect. Shame he isn't here. Oh. Oh, is that a dog? Oh my goodness. Oh, is that a dog? If it's not, I'm gonna be embarrassed. That's my nephew. I'm always up late. What else is new? Well, Marshmallow, I want you to sleep. Guess I can't see their comments then, maybe. I don't know. Jam was here earlier. I don't think she's spoken up. Oh, Jam was at work. That's right. Hard to please guy. Fernando de Pessoa has cancer. Is that true? Charles says, I'm no longer the Shihan Rokodan, my friend. What happened? Did you get demoted? Did you insult somebody? My Chihuahua. She passed, though. Oh, I'm sorry. It's a cute dog. I love dogs. Can I pet that dog? Can I pet that dog? Let's get. Well, how crazy can we get with this? What can you see over there? What are you looking at over there? Anything crazy? No. Okay. All right. All right. Oop. Yep. Charles, I had what appears to be a suspected poisoning recently by an evil half-sister. What? What, Charles? Are you in a Disney film? KP, what styles of karate have you tried? Which is your favorite and why? I mean, I still feel like, assuming the right teacher, Goju was my favorite. I mean, the Shitoryu is like too stiff. It's too literal, It's too like linear. Same with Shotokan, it's way too linear. Goju, it allows for like curves and like, some softer shapes. Charles, she got offended by me bringing up her deceased husband and threatened to poison me about a month ago. Then a week later, I started experiencing neurological symptoms. Bro, I think you got to get tested, like, now. You got to create a timeline. That's crazy. Hard to please guy. Chihuahua was once the winning word in National Spelling Bee. When? Because now I feel like it's, you know, some crazy physics term I've never heard of. Okay. Is this at all good? Oh, Christ. How is David Attenborough still alive at 100 years old? I don't know. Probably low stress. James says, oil that dome up. I'm on the way. Ooh. But I want it to be fresh. Jelly says, nice, hard to please guy. Okay, show noir. I'm trying to train balls to get a better side profile. But I'm having a hard time connecting to the Smith machine. How do you do it? Connect what to the Smith machine? Hard to please guy says, I bet Kyle can't spell it. Chihuahua. Chihua. Chihuahua. Scott, hello. Hope all is well. Doing okay. That's good to hear, Scott. Sending love and respect. Thank you so much. Sending the same back to you, sir. I hope your day is all right. Your week starts strong, you know? And I hope you can build, momentum into the weekend. Joey says, it might sound crazy, but I think she murked her husband. Why? Who? Charles says, I fled to the streets and am living in a tent right now. Hopefully I can heal and start practicing karate at some point. Charles. Brother. Jelly says, well, I used to spell it Chihuahua. Well, I used to get really that's spelled wrong. But honestly, if you get the point across, I'm kind of the point of successful communication, you did it. Charles says, I always enjoy seeing your streams, my friend. I used to troll a little, but it was always in good fun because you're a good sport about it. Well, I'm glad you stuck around, Charles. It's been good to have you, and you're one of the OGs now. Hard to please guy. Are you building up your toes? Sort of. I'm trying to work on foot strength because I'm getting really fucking pissed off that after all my years of dance training, that my feet still cramp really, really easy. And it drives me bonkers. The only way is to really strengthen the feet. So I articulate through the toes, especially on the reformer. It's just, It's easier on that thing, and you know, anti-cramp training is underrated. Christopher, how do you feel about ankle weights? Pretty good. I would be using a tib bar, which is this thing. I put my foot in here and then I lift it, you know, straight up like this, but my back's hurting, so I don't want to push it too much. So we adapt, you know? Can't do the exercise I planned, so we do some different ones. Speaking of which, I'm gonna do a tricep finisher, because I'm gonna do one set of biceps, etc., facing up as well. Okay, so let's see. So that's it. I'm gonna really use the triceps as much as I can. There we go. Okay, now we move up a little bit. Okay, we hit failure at that angle. Oh God, okay. Okay, we hit failure at that angle, and so we move it up, and it becomes a little bit easier. Oh. Yikes. Sorry. You guys awake? Joe Satriani. Who's that? I'm gonna look him up. Joe Satriani. Okay. Alright, yeah. Fair enough. Okay. Let's get the board. Have you noticed the writing in comments has changed? It's now more bold. I'm glad. It's a bold kind of place. We like that. I like bold choices. I like bold physical features. Okay, Joe Satriani. One. We also have Fernando. Yes. A lot of reflection. Chopped. Have you ever considered a vegan diet? Kind of. I've tried vegetarian before. It's just, it doesn't work for me. It takes so much volume to feed me, you know, for the things I need. So it's just not for me. But when I've got, like when I went to India, I ate vegetarian because that's how it is. And I was like, oh, this is how you make it viable, is that you make a bunch of different things with, you know. So I could see it, you know, being possible, but I really love meat as well. So, you know, I feel bad for baby cows and things like that, but You know, it's not, I didn't make the system of like consuming life to continue living things. So, you know, for me, it's like whatever. Kevin, I see someone's feeling a little threatened and made today leg day. Well, you know, people just see the arms and then everything else in comparison, you know. It's forced perspective, so. I actually have massive legs. It's just that these are so massive, you know. And the head takes a huge, it's just like literally a gravitational pull to the back of this thing. Informatory, oh hi, no notifications again. Oh, I'm sorry. You might have to go to my, what I would recommend is go to the page, turn off notifications and turn it back on. Right, I hate to be that guy, but I bet that would work. Okay. So set 3 of biceps. We're gonna do actually, let's go 16. My back hurts. I can't shake it too hard. Scott says, stuck in the Midwest where the heat index has been 120 for the last 3 damn days with no central air. Oh my God. It went out last week. Oh yeah, right. You said it was like what, like $8,000 or something like that? Spendy to fix. Of course. And that, everything's got to be, you know, an unbelievable amount of money. You know, I'm sorry, man. Scott, you have survived worse, absolutely, and you'll survive this too. But you know, just because you can doesn't mean, you know. Hard to please guy says try salt baths for your feet, like Epsom salts. I used to do that a lot in my dancing days. Okay, so. What is this? All right. Okay. So I'm gonna hit this. Yeah. So it's like a hammer curl. I'm trying to build up my wrists. But I can scale this, you know. I don't know what this equates to in terms of resistance, but this is rep, I think 8, and I'm feeling it, so. 9. Oh. I don't want to. Okay, let's do some reversals. So I'm gonna step up a little bit. This is gonna hit sort of the forearms more. And I like to go thumbless on the grip. So I have to hold on to it. My arms are burning now, so I've got like a couple of these. Oh my God. Jesus. I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to pose. My arms will be so sore. So yeah, it's legs and arms today. Jelly says it's a mispronunciation issue. I went to speech therapy when I was in kindergarten. I still can't say church without pronouncing a T. Beans and other words. Oh, interesting. Hard to please guy. I have no idea why, but it sounds good. Jelly is asking hard to please guy, have you tried the new Yarritos gummies? Is that like a spicy gummy bear? Amazing Ace says, take off the shirt or I'm protesting. I probably should, huh? Hard to Please says, I don't eat gummies. They gave Fernando Deposoa cancer. Marsmello, wow, 1664 votes for Andrew Tate is actually wild. I know, it's like, and it's gonna be 2,000 within like probably a couple weeks, you know? So, it's interesting. Because I was editing a video recently and it was at 400 and I was like, oh my God, I can't. You know, it's been a while. Okay. Arms are cooked. I'm gonna need to let them rest for a bit. Calves are pretty good. I know what I'll do. Okay, first thing, I need to pack up the reformer. Need Johnny Sins up on that board. Johnny Sins. God, I'm like a fucking parrot. Every time I see it, I say it like that. Finish him. Oh, I'm gonna... The song is a little much, you know? Meh, meh. We get it. Let's do a new. Okay, I can't shake my ass too hard. I'm gonna throw my back out. These are the real things I have to tell myself internally. Hey, don't twerk. Don't crump. Won't be worth it. Constantly. Okay, it's my curse. All right. Here we go. Hard to please. I like to add meat to my vegan dishes so I get more protein. That's genius. You know, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go completely vegan minus protein sources. Okay. This thing is really not that bad, but I'm wiped. Okay, and the neat thing, these are the pulleys for the sled, and they fit in there. Ain't that neat? It's a bit of a production, but you know, so am I. You know what I'm saying? Okay, I'm gonna move this into place. Cool. All right. Amazing Ace. Are your glutes activated? Not right now. John says, show us the pipe. Amazing Ace. Should we free Tate? No. Never. Never. Tate should be put in the Magneto prison where it's all see-through, it's all plastic, and all he gets is one book and a chessboard. How is he tweeting from jail? I don't understand how this works. Do they get like internet time or something? Hard to Police guy says, my girlfriend proposed to me. She said she'd give me a ring when you're not busy. Wow, well, congratulations. That's beautiful. God, you're funny. Jelly says gummies, like non-THC gummies. I know. Those they exist. They're virgin gummies. Amazing Ace. Can you put the top of your head on the screen so I can rub it for good luck? Sure thing. There you go. There you go. Is that too close? Is that too close? Need the whole thing? All noggin? The Leprechaun says, how many guys have you practiced that with? What specifically? Amazing Ace, can you make your glutes pop up and down? Maybe a little bit. Hod Tower, nice. Looks like a gayer Andrew Tate. I don't know how you get gayer than Andrew, but we'll count it. Okay. Oh man, if we get one more tonight, triple sixes. That means we'll summon the gay Devil Tate. You have a very familiar face. Yeah? Where have you seen me before? In your dreams? I agree with Amazing Ace. Take the shirt off and let us see some Kyle here. All right, well, since Mars asked for it, let's get the better lighting too, because this is kind of washed. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see how hard I can even flex. Okay. I don't know. I could maybe do one more set, but I don't want to push it too hard. I did push-pull shoulders yesterday. So, God, my shoulders feel fine. I wonder if I could do a little bit more. Hard to Please guy says, Andrew Tate is doing the same board thing in his stream. He has 894 Kyles. Well, we're beating him. That's the important thing. The important thing is that we beat him. Okay, psychologically. I have to legally say. What is... Oh, it was removed. Jelly says, careful. What was that delicious looking red rice you were eating the other night? It was this prepared like chicken tikka masala saffron rice. So it starts yellow, but then the orange sauce kind of, it takes on that color. Amazing Ace. You can dance, but I bet you can't do cha-cha slide. What is that? Slide to the left. Slide to the right. Cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. Cha-cha-cha. I don't know. I can do the real cha-cha. They look activated. Well, let's see. Let's see. Okay. Maybe with the white background, that'll be easier. Okay. So right now, totally lax. Okay. Completely lax. Okay. And then we're gonna turn them on, off, on, off. So I don't have a ton of material to pop, you know, but I can individually, you know, hit them. All right, it's no big. Jelly says, congratulations. Mars says, no, they smuggle that shit in. Jelly says, I agree. I'm like, you can't be gayer than Andrew Tate. Really? I don't think you can get gayer than Andrew Tate, especially after recent images from certain recent videos. Kyle, if you know, you know. A lot of old footage is resurfacing of that guy. Is Johnny Sins the GOAT? Yeah, probably. Also, thank you for the reminder. I need to put Johnny Sins on the board. Damn, I'm out of $20 bills. It's an odd-looking prison cell. I know, well, you know. I just got super gay with the guards, and they upgraded me, you know. You think Tristan's gonna sell them out? Johnny Sins. Nicolas Cage Tate. Caged Tate. Amazing. It says, getting my $1 bills ready for more of that pop action, yeah? I don't know when it's gonna do the... Skylar says, Nicolas Tate. I've seen Cardi B do those. Yeah, she does them a lot better than I do. Okay. What else do we need? Oh, you know what I do need? Okay. Respect says, I'm late. Thankfully, I made it. I'm sorry I was driving. It's okay. I want you to drive and not, you know, don't watch stream while you're driving. I want you safe and sound, all right? How you doing, Respect? Jelly says, hi, Respect. Notorious says, I love Dr. Weevil. Marshmallow says, this morning I went to the meeting of my premature ejaculator support group, but it turns out that's tomorrow. Nice. Jelly says, hey, Notorious. Respect says, hi, Jelly. Respect says, I'm good. Thank you for asking. How are you doing? A lot better now. I got a little workout in. I'm finishing up the workout portion. I'll do a little stretch. Sir, that thumbnail is criminal. Well, look, you didn't see the machine I was on. Okay, scroll back to like the first 5-10 minutes and look at the thing I was on. Hello, Donut. Hello, everyone. Thank you, Notorious. We're so nice. Hello, everyone in chat. Everyone's so nice to each other. I love that. That's what we like. Okay. So, this one, Marshmallow says, my girlfriend's dog died, so to cheer her up, I got an identical one. She was livid. What am I gonna do with two dead dogs? I guess it's the same thing you do with one. I don't know. Oh my God. Hello, Olasoy. How are you? Can you go Super Saiyan? I mean, I don't have the energy now. If I could, I think you have to have the hair to go Super Saiyan, right? I think that's the limitation. It's not that my chest hair gets blonde and it goes, like it gets 3 times as big. I wish. Oh, that'd be a great variation. I think they have like bearded ones, maybe. Marshmallow. Last night I had beef stew with dumplings. I shouldn't call her that, but she's a big girl. Oh my god. Oh, soy. I'm fine. Tired though. I just stopped by to say hello because I have to read. Oh. You appeared randomly on my For You page on my TV, so. Oh, okay. Well, thank you for stopping by. It's good to see you. What are you reading? I'm curious. Holla. Ola. Oh, okay. LOL, Marshmallow. Okay, so this is one I do for my back, and it works the adductors. Okay, the 11th plague. Sounds cool. I'll have to look that up. So I'm gonna let myself fall between my legs and use my adductors and low back to do a back extension, essentially. Okay. Cover them eyes, respect. Oh, respect's gonna fight you. Okay, so look at how much ass I leave behind. Okay, and the legs don't move that much. I'm really bracing here. Driving forward this way to like take the pressure off. And I'm engaging in my core on the front. It's just a minimal amount. Too much skin. More hair. Wow. I don't know if I've been requested for more. Oh. Deceptively simple looking. Okay. Now we're gonna do hanging abs. My chat is getting shut off for a better view, Jelly. Yeah, that's the pro strat. Damn, respect. Okay. I'm gonna fully disengage every time and then re-engage. Oh, it's hard to do and talk. And then re-engage before going for the hip flexors and then disengaging again. I can't even do another one. Breathing with the contraction, it's so intense, it's crazy. It's like your lungs are squeezing for you. Nala says, hey, you wackadoodle. How are you doing? Good to see you, Nala. Marshmallow says, my cousin always introduces himself as Steven with a PH, and that's because he's slightly acidic. Good. Good to see you smiling, Kyle. Oh, thank you, Jelly. I appreciate that. It was a rough day, rough weekend. Just shower in Rogaine. I don't want to end up like, 100% hairy. I want some of the cuts to show. You know what I mean? A little bit of the vascularity. Those hips don't lie. They can't. A witch put a curse on them many years ago. I'm incapable of lying through the motion of my hips. Okay. Next, I'm just gonna do a dead hang from the bars, and then we'll get to some light stretching. I'm sorry. I'm glad it's better. Well, that's because you guys flex your obliques. So, let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Thanks. When are we gonna see respect hips? Wow. Getting called out like that. It's wild. Notorious is a brick house. Respect. I could eat cake all night. Oh. Christopher, are you what the kids call natty? Yeah, yeah, of course. That's a nice V. That got censored. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, it's funny. All right, let's try single arm hang. I don't feel, my nervous system feels hella suppressed, so I'm not even gonna do it. Oh, no way. That's crazy. Yeah, I can just tell. So you get plugged in enough, and you know I'm cooked. That's it. So now we're stretching. I would challenge you to Kyokushin limited PPV, but I'm too old now. You and me both, Nala. Is it 6'7"? Trying to think of something that would be 6'7". Cake, huh? What about brownies? Oh, yeah. What about pie? Okay, am I hanging out of this? Respect says never had brownies. I can't read as well. Cake, huh? What about ground? Yeah, brownies. Respect says I'm a big booty Judy. My hips are odd. I never had brownies. Jelly says, well, brownies are just darker Twinkies. Okay. Marshmallow, old lady names are very much back in fashion at the minute. Like Lily, Elsie, or Rose. We wanted something like that for our daughter, but we couldn't decide, so in the end we just called her Nan. Told her she'll grow into it. Yeah, well, eventually. Jelly says, I've been trying not to go to Walmart so I can get a peach cobbler. Oh, dangerous. Amazing says, stretch those hammies. Okay, other side. No. It's this. That's right. All of a sudden, I'm craving cake. Hi, my name is Craven More Cake. I want to dance so bad that I gotta be careful. My hamster stretched. I have my vote for today. One Punch Man. Well, thank you, Nala. I appreciate that. Oh. One. Pouch. I'm a Captain Falcon main on Smash, alright? 1 pouch. Man. 1. Can you see? This is like a long con to a link, right? There is no link that exists yet. I'm still debating on what to offer on places like Patreon. Christopher says, does it bother you when the critics label you as the Dave Chappelle of fitness? No, not at all, really. I mean, Dave Chappelle's earlier work was very, avant-garde and really touched a lot of people. And, not all of his views in his most recent years necessarily reflect mine. But, overall, I think you can't say he wasn't an icon of, what, like, how long was he active? I don't even know when I started listening to Dave Chappelle. Or really, like, the Chappelle show was, my real introduction. Hey, I paid premium to get on that board. Color Nanette. Jelly says, what do you mean, Notorious? Nala says, what the hell, you erased Avatar and... Yeah, and I have them saved. Like, I tally them all up and I keep a master list. But I have to clear the board because there's not enough room. And they're unique every time. I don't always get Avatar Aang, so... and I don't want to put that in anyone's head. I want their actual, what they generate, so... Would you ever do stand-up comedy? Sure. But I don't have, like, jokes, so I don't even know what I do. I have funny stories. Oh, do you guys want to hear? Well, okay. It's not... I've always debated doing this story as, like, a long-form video. Don't worry, every name and number is on a spreadsheet. Let's hear it. Marshmallow says, as a child, I was always told if I touch myself, God was watching, but it turned out it was just Uncle Peter. That's exactly. It's funny, but it's also like, that actually, like, is the logic they use, right? Ba-ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba. All right. Okay, this shit's crazy. All right, so I'm gonna stretch while I do the intro of this, okay? Now, the context is, oh, hold on. Let me address everyone. Read the audience like you do here. Oh, thanks, Chris. Maybe I should go to a open mic. Respect says, yikes. Kyle, I missed you so much. Thank you, Toasted Bagel. I missed you too. Jelly says there's a mosquito on your waistband. When you smack it, go downward like this. Notorious. Happens to the best of us, Marshmallow. Jelly says, my mom told me if I played with myself, I would go blind. Well, how'd that go? How many fingers am I holding up? Knock, knock, who's there? Granddad. Shit, stop the funeral. Who'd we put in the box? God damn it. Another mix-up. Respect says, thankfully nobody ever told me about touching anything. Dad, yeah. Yeah. I was told one thing, don't. Meg, what the fuck is going on? I'm stretching. A lot of people are, I mean. Respect says Meg in the house with a new profile picture. See, we all saw. Marshmallow says Notorious, one-liners only, not reality. Nala says disuse what WTH with the short string. What? Nala, are you what? Am I okay? Are you okay? Is one of us in trouble neurologically right now? Okay. Oh shit. Oh, I was gonna tell the story. Okay, so here's the context, right? Meg, I'm glad you're here for this. Okay, because this was a part of my life. Okay, and I want to see what it's like for, you know, okay, and some of you, please don't take offense, but pedestrians. Okay, if you do not dance, you are a pedestrian. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But we we went on tour to Brazil and Mexico, but after we went on tour there, we had the companies come here to the U.S. to perform in our shows, right, and to like do classes and stuff. So we get prepped for, we're performing on the same night, so the company I'm in and they're going too. So right up until like dress rehearsal, they apparently started changing everything, right? It was going to be a group piece, now it's a solo, and they have to redo all the lighting cues and everything. Super chaotic. I mean, pretty unprofessional, honestly, to like do that last second. So right up until we let people in on opening night for this this show, they were fixing all the lights and stuff. So we didn't even get to do our like everything we wanted to do for our piece, which was like 40 minutes long, right? So anyway, they go in the first half of the show, and mind you, my family came to see this, so they're in the audience. Okay, so it's just a solo and this guy, and he is standing here. Spotlight comes on him. He has a microphone and he goes, na 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 na, na 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 na, right? Undoes the buttons on the shirt, walking the hands down, da da da, singing into a microphone. Okay, da da da, takes the shirt off. Da, da, da. There's a school desk that you have to slide into because it has the shit attached, right? So he like stands on top of it, and he's like singing, and he has this newspaper, and he like kind of hits himself with it. I don't understand what's going on. No one else does. Okay, and it's anyway, and the audience is like okay, someone sitting here in the front row. This is where he's dancing. So like it's very close. So he does this thing, and so then he starts moving around and like kicking his leg a little bit. Then he goes takes the pants off, and and then eventually like is like just working around like just singing and singing. I can't remember the song. There was a little bit of improvised spoken word. The lights are going crazy because he's not following the cues that they went over, and eventually he takes his underwear off, and he is totally fucking nude, and everyone in the audience was like. and we're backstage, and we're like peeking around a curtain, and we're like, oh my god, like, and I'm just looking at my parents just go. Anyway, so he's hanging full dong, right? So that's shocking enough, but then he eventually gets to the floor, works himself down to the floor, and he's like singing like this, and then again naked, right? Then he like lays down like this and splays open to the audience, and then pushes himself in a circle, just like this, in this like, unbelievable. My family walked out. Okay, so gotten fully nude, fell on the floor, well, danced on the floor, blasting everything, right? Okay, then grabs a bucket from off stage, and we're like, where the hell did he get this bucket? And there's like sponges in it, and there's like dirty looking water, and he washes himself like on stage. And again, this is like special dance floor that is like extremely expensive and like temperature and moisture sensitive. So and then eventually just dumps the bucket. And then we broke for intermission. A lot of people left. It was like not half, but almost. And it took like 20 minutes to mop up. Unbelievable. This is the dance world that I that I came from. All right, let's see how much chat I have to catch up with. Joke of the daytime, Meg is right on time. Reality is a one-liner. Nala says, who the hell goes to the gym in short strings hanging out like a ding-a-ling? The gym is, I live here. I'm like Tarzan, okay? Marsmello, my married friends would always tell me there's someone out there for everyone. And I think, wow, she must be a right slag. Why? Why she got to be a right slag? Respect. I hope Meg has a good one. Or I already missed it. Jelly says, how was your day, Respect? My day was good. Thank you for asking. How was your day, Jelly? Nala says, when I was in the Army, if you had any thread hanging off any part of your uniform, they burned it off with a lighter. Damn. Because this is like a lot of, what feels like very flammable string. Like extra flammable. That's because of the chemicals. Jelly says, good. Mine was okay. I'm nervous about leaving for Los Angeles tonight, but I watched a few live streams with dinner. Oh, nice. That's cool. I miss LA. Respect. What are you going to LA for? Was this burlesque? Nate says, it's my baby boy. I love he. Thank you, Nate. It's good to see you. Jelly, Nate is here. Oh, Jelly says, I have a possible job position. They liked my interview a lot, so I was called down. Ooh. That's what we like to hear. I can't show that, Nate. That's funny. Mars Mello says, I went to see Walt Disney on Ice. But disappointing, it's just an old block in a freezer. Do you mean an old bloke? Jelly says, I see. Hey, Nate. Respect. That's amazing news, Jelly. Congratulations. I didn't, Nate. Come on. I hope you get the job. Chris says, it was an anal finale. Mars, when they buried the man who invented Tetris, the whole cemetery disappeared. He fit exactly. He was the long piece. Jelly says, thank you so much. Respect. Respect says, this is sounding like a You for Bear show. Kyle, what does that mean? Am I saying it right? Kyle, how are you feeling today? It's been a long day. And it was a long weekend, honestly, and not in a great way. I'm glad your family was able to see us. Oh my God, of course. And it's like, well, and the other thing too, there was another performance that my family saw that I was not fully aware of, just because we you don't always see people backstage and stuff. So there was a Buto piece, and the woman was not wearing anything up top, and she had like a thin veil, and she was covered in rice powder, white. And my family was there for that one. So certain ones, when I knew ahead of time, I would, steer them clear. But how do you follow an act like that? Like what? Respect says, you're welcome, Jelly. Apparently in Norfolk, the marriage guidance service is called Related. What? Chris says, you should have grabbed his beanbag and yanked him off stage. Well, I know he just washed himself, technically, but, yes, I meant old bloke. Okay. Well, you tell this story is hilarious. It was crazy because none of this was discussed at all in rehearsal. Like, I don't know, and the choreographer, the artistic director of the company was very like, avant-garde, improvisational for sure, but we were told it was like a duet, or I think, and it ended up being that. But the problem is, it's like, if you're going to do stuff like that, you have to be able to put warnings up, because if you don't, people get really upset, so it's like, it's kind of rude, but maybe where they're from, it's not really as rude. I don't know. When I was there in Brazil, it was, I mean, we did see one topless woman walking around. She looked like she was having some sort of episode. But that's it, really. Is Jelly your dangerous liaison, Kyle? I may or may not have many. Could I reveal them to you, Nala? Will that be good stewardship of the oath? Oh, I think this is Meg's first censored comment. This is great. Megaroni says, respect, this is for you. Joke of the day. What's the difference between a pregnant woman and a light bulb? Oh, the suspense is killing me. Okay, I'm just going to skip that one. Meg says, you can't unscrew a pregnant woman. Just play the tape back in reverse. When my girlfriend suggested we try playing doctors and nurses, says Mars Melon, I was really hoping for something sexier than being left in a corridor for 2 days. Dude, seriously. And then it's like, did you fax my paperwork to the pharmacy? And they go, yeah. And the pharmacy says no, and you got to, anyway. Jelly says, I need a translation. Chris says, a duet. That's cute. Jelly loves Brazilian nuts. So do I. Respect. Did I get censored? I can't tell. Interesting. Yeah, it censored the setup to the joke. That was a good one. Oh man. Okay. Time is it 7:35? It's not that bad. My neck needs to go. Okay. Jilly says, oh, California. Oh, California. Oh. Popped my back 7 times. You didn't acknowledge Jilly's your liaison. I sense drama. No, this is a no drama channel, okay? I take the drama and I turn it into, well, no one's a troll here, so, What was the name of that performance? I can't remember. You seem sleepy. I'm pretty tired. I didn't sleep that well last night. Overall this weekend I didn't. I was in the sun for too long on Saturday, I think. But it feels like it's 9:30, which is crazy to me. But I started early. Okay. Oh, Jesus, did I just give myself carpet burn? Oh boy, spill the tea. Meg says, by the way, I'd leave too if I saw a man's hole and sack close. Like, oh yeah. I mean, unless it's in a gentleman's club, that don't surprise me with that. Especially it's seeing it, but it's also, for me, and maybe this is the OCD in me, but it's also that he splashed water all over himself and it gets everywhere, and it's like, don't expose everybody to the Taco Bell virus. Jelly says, I got a new lawyer for my shoulder. Really? Respect says, men in suits are hot. Really? I like how I look. It's just, you know, I feel like James Bond when I wear a suit, but it feels very restrictive, and I like to be able to move. Not that I do kick my legs up high or anything like that, but, you know, I'm tired of being uncomfortable, so. Nala says, make sure to always wear underwear. Oh, I am. Meg says, front row could smell that possibly, and that's not cool. It's super not cool to not warn people. That's huge. God. Okay, I feel stretched out. Whatever. Fuck it. Fuck it. Whatever. I'm wiped. I'm not used to going to failure-ish 2 days in a row. I bet the front row was splatter splash stuff. Yeah, and then like people walked out. They had to leave before we could get in there with mops. And not we, I didn't, you know, but like before we could get in there with mops to address it. So it's like someone walked around in the water. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. It's Art Nouveau. Yeah. Jelly says, definitely, Nala. Cover those balls. Better keep them covered. Anthazar says, hello. Hello, Anthazar. It's good to see you. Nala says, have you seen the fart spray pranks? No, I don't think so. I don't watch a lot of prank content, so I don't think my algorithms really... I have so little energy to even flex. Oh, God. I hit them too hard. Too hard. All right. Sad when it wasn't really a prank. So we still got that, you know. Oh, man. I hope my application's on the top of the pile, says Respect. I'll be a silent cameraman. Right, but it's what you'll be doing behind the camera that I won't be able to keep, you know, I'll break character. Chris says, oh my God, have you ever been to The Cock here in New York City? I don't think so. God, where was I? I've been to New York, was it 3 times? For all the dancing. And we were in the, God, I can't remember the names of anything. We were, well, I don't want to out the exact place if they still go there all the time. Let me look at a map. Is this it? Okay. Well, it was around Madison Square Park. Um, so, and then we rode trains everywhere else, but you know, we didn't get to a lot of like clubs or anything like that. We hit the touristy stuff my first time there, and then hit the dance stuff really hard the second time. Um, Jelly says, "Where's the new guy?" Respect. New guy who? Love the short shorts. Thank you. Yeah, these are. They're so popular. Jelly says, "Oh, hey, I was watching a video earlier of Kyle's, and I was like, where are you? Where you been?" Jelly says, "Show us the V." That got censored too. Respect says, "He disappeared fast, but usually he writes very naughty stuff, so it's censored, and Kyle doesn't read it, so he might still be here." Who are we talking about, Nate? See, it censored this from Christopher. They always did stuff like that at the Cock. Crazy stuff. Sounds like a fun time. I'll have to check it. Hold on. I'm going to look it up. Let's see. Oh. Cool. Oh, that does sound fun. Yeah, deal. If and when I go back to New York, I'll check it out. Go-go dancers? That sounds like fun. Say it. It may no longer be open anyway. It looks like it might still be. Jelly says, "Yeah, I figured respect." He popped in, popped out. Hi, respect. You guys all say hi to each other. That's nice. Salsa, respect. I love dancing when I'm drunk. Yeah, it's hard though, because I like spinning people when they're drunk, which is, you know, fun, but it becomes a lot more difficult and dangerous. I don't know how to salsa though. I'd love to learn. I think you would learn very quickly. And I'm an excellent teacher. I can teach both parts, and I can be a follow. I'm just not as good at it because I've always been the lead. Jelly says, "I don't know why, but I can see the censored messages. I just can't see the ones that Nate put." Jelly says, "Respect. I'll teach you in my cowboy boots." At the Cock. Let's see. What? I think we'll probably go till 8. So we got 13 minutes. Are you familiar with the moonwalk? Yes, Christopher. Very familiar. It's the first dance move. Well, it's not the first one I learned, but it's the first one. It's complicated. I learned it when I was in my early teens. Nala says, "Who's your favorite current UFC fighter and 2 all-time favorite, either the highest skill, etc.?" Respects of it says, if Kyle comes out to the East Coast, I'm going to take him out. Well, I'll have to let you know, because I haven't been to, well, no, I've been to Florida. I've been to DC. I've been to several states very close by. Do you know the moonwalk, Chris? Anthazar says, "Sigh." Well, Anthazar, and we gotta meet you. Meet everyone. I know, respect. It's hard. I know. I was at one point like entertaining the idea of going out to Florida for like in-person karate instruction, but the timing never worked out. Christopher says, no, I wish. Anthony says, I'm just taking in the view. Thank you. As a kid, I was made to walk the plank. We couldn't afford a dog. That's funny. Current UFC, I don't know. I mean, I don't really follow it. And I didn't watch any of the new stuff, and it looked like it was all just like quick finishes anyway. And it's like, cool, you know, glad I paid, you know, $60 or whatever it is. Favorite all time. There's a lot of good ones. I mean, Anderson Silva's up there for my all-time classic loves. I liked TJ Dillashaw, but that's only because I trained in under the system that Dwayne Ludwig put together. It's like they call it Bang Muay Thai. It's like it's Dutch kickboxing. But you know, so that was fun. I mean, it's hard to commit. I mean, there's just so many good ones for different reasons, you know. Like Yoel Romero is awesome because he's a fucking freak. GSP's a classic love, you know, and his accent really is very nice, you know. So it's hard. Yeah. Francis Ngannou. Oh, incredible. John Jones. I don't like that John Jones breaks the rules so blatantly over and over and over and just is like, fuck you, whatever. I don't respect that, you know. The knee kicks are technically legal, even though it's kind of a shitty move, but you can leg lock someone and tear their ligaments, so it's really not that different. But the eye pokes are not legal, and he did it over and over and over and over and over again. So he's a fucking asshole. Justin Gaethje, can you give us a little moonwalk with the outro tonight? Oh, maybe, yeah. One day, if Kyle will let me, I'll take him on vacation, date trip for fun. Oh, I've got that back here. I like Alex Pereira. Very good. What would you do, respect? GSP, see? Probably go to Florida or South Carolina, take it one day at a time. See what there is fun to do. I've been to North Carolina. Oh shit, I forgot about Ronda Rousey, says Mars. And Gina Serrano. I like Gina better than Ronda. Ronda, she came in with like, I mean, it was like earlier UFC too, and especially for women. So it was like, she came in with like a couple dynamite moves and she dominated, just being aggressive. That worked until everyone learned the defenses to it, and then you've seen her shadow boxing, you know? It's, Respect says, I want to go to Universal Studios and see Hogwarts. That would be cool. I have not been to that. They have the Star Wars thing there. That's got to be interesting. I've only ever been to Disneyland in California. Been many times. Not recently, though. This message got censored. Nala says, I seen douchebag kickboxing. I mean, look, Dwayne Ludwig could beat my ass, but Jelly says, heck yes. I was in Beverly Hills a couple weeks ago, and I was like, should I just go to Universal Studio? But I didn't. We can go next time. Nolan says, only in Zucchini there was a badass, what? Dutch kickboxing? Marshmallow says, a friend of mine had a penis extension. Now his house looks really stupid. That's good. Respect says, magic wand and all. Oh. Respect says, yes, I'll bring the wand. Nala says, Amanda Nunes, scrappy as hell, good boxer. Man, are there any new, like, superstars? I feel like we're still rocking with these old guys. Conor is done. He says he'll do another fight in like a year. Fuck off, you know, just be done. Ugh. I would go to every park they have. Oh, really? Animal Kingdom, SeaWorld, and all. Ooh. SeaTown. Jelly says, nice. I've been to Disney, but not Universal Studios since I was 6 years old. I've been a couple times to Universal. It's pretty good and a good alternative to Disneyland. And if you've been to Disneyland, I would recommend going to Universal versus going back for sure. Marshmallow says, respect, you'll never see platform 9 3/4. Why not? Anthazar said, if I win the lottery, I go to every theme park in the U.S. to start with, right? Why not, Mars? Says respect. Actually, I'm going to go this way with it. Oh, man. I'm fucking tuckered out. Oh, shit. I forgot a couple pins for the reformer. I do a pose down, but my muscles feel like they're gonna grab. Oh. Conor is done, except for his talk. Oh, God. And look, I don't give a shit. He did the steroids when he was in recovery. Whatever, you know. Just give up. He's worth hundreds of millions. Respect says, I always keep my wand between my legs. It's glued to me. Your everyday carry. Mars says, it doesn't actually physically exist, does it? Yes, to start with, you know me well. We know each other. Here's what we got for the stream. No 666s, which means that next stream, which is likely tomorrow, we'll hit this one hard. So, another Glenn Powell, another Fernando, One Punch Man, Joe Satriani, and Jonathan Sins. When we got these extensions, we'll get platform 9 3/4. Chris says, should performance art be introduced with a disclaimer? I think for nudity in the U.S., yes. Because if you don't, people just freak the fuck out. And like, look, I'm no prude, but you know, it's like you need to at least. It's like a common courtesy kind of thing, you know. At every other show where we've had nudity, we've done a disclaimer. So it's like also it's breaking precedent too, you know, of like we let people know when they're gonna see something like that, you know, um, just in case you know they don't want to bring certain parts of the family, etc. So Brandon, hello. I'm about to log off. I'm sorry, B. But I did some GAM work earlier. God, even that. I hit chest and shoulders yesterday, so I'm wiped. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so tomorrow, what are we gonna do tomorrow? I don't even know. Hope you had a good day and have a good night. Thank you. I appreciate that. Stream made it a lot better. Go to an LGBT, it's an all inclusive. They will expect that kind of show. Really? I mean, I guess there have been times where there's been non disclosed things like that when I've gone out places, but this was like, I don't know. Wing it. I always do. That's how we do it here. Hi, Brand. Aw, Anthazar. I have some ideas, but it'll depend on how many trolls we get. I say break the fourth wall. Oh, yeah? Yeah. Reveal all. Jelly says my interview's at 2. I just need to know what time so I don't miss a live. Well, do your interview. I mean, and I would like leave yourself time, plenty of time before the interview. Tomorrow, what time would it be? It would be in the evening PST. Amazing Ace, no homo, can you teach me how to dance salsa? No promise on the no homo, but yes, I can teach you salsa. We'll have to do it, maybe tomorrow we'll go over salsa basics, okay? If you come back, Amazing Ace. Good show, Kyle. Razor sharp wit. Thanks, Nala. I'm hanging on by a thread, so you know, we'll get sassy tomorrow. We'll get you know, we'll get some salsa tips in, and I specialize in making people look more professional than they are in the slightest. So, you know, I appreciate that, Nala. Respect. I pray for food, water, shelter, guidance, and protection for everyone on this beautiful planet. With that said, good night. All. Bye, respect. Salsa now. I'll give you a slight salsa basic, and then we'll go. Okay, because I'm generous. Okay, I almost go a fighting stance. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. The beats are for when you do 1, 2, 3. You pause so your follow can see that you want them to turn. When you step back 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, and then you just lean into the hip that you step on. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1. Right? I respect. I'd love to do improv with you sometime. That would be fun, Chris. A private show. Even more fun. Night, Mr. Kyle. Good night, everyone. I appreciate all of you. If you're dancing, Kyle, I want to see some spandex tights. I don't know if I still have my old tights. I guess I could get some. But I'll put it on the list. Thank you for making my day. Well, thank you guys for making my day. I had a dog shit day. So, good workout, good stream, good people, good vibes, no trolls, capris, so you can see the calves. I understand. Without tights is okay too. Okay. Okay. I'll mark another vote for, bare ass legs. Oh, I love you guys. You're awesome. G-string. Okay. Also implied, but thank you. All right. Good night, everyone. I will see maybe some of you tomorrow night. And until then, I love you.